Hi everyone, Tanya here. So I wanted to come in and have a wee talk about these rules. A big part of the journey of having food freedom and freedom to be yourself in your body is about looking at some of the rigid rules that you might have. Whilst they may be helping, you may get to a point where you're going, these rules aren't helping me anymore. They're keeping me stuck. They are stopping the flow. They are keeping me in this state of rigidity and in some way anxiety, because I've still got this rule that if I break my rule, then I'm all over the place. I'm going for a binge. Having a binge is not an option. Now, look, I swear, the less I knew about food and food ingredients and all that sort of thing, I was a lot better. As soon as I started, and it's probably media as well, right? As soon as more started coming out about gluten-free, dairy-free, all of this, all of that, blah-de-blah. And of course, when I went through the whole infertility thing and being told you can't eat this, you can't eat that, and what have you, that really screwed me up, I have to say. And I was a lot freer when I knew less. Even though I was binging, I wasn't as crazy about having these rules about this sort of thing. Anyway, I'm past that now. And what enabled me to get past that was to just go, oh, sod it, I'm sick to death. I'm sick to death of what the scales say. I'm sick to death of what the food content is. I'm just going to eat whatever I want and just feel free. I would rather be carrying extra weight or whatever it is than stick to this insanity, which for me it was insanity. And for me, the rules, the rigidity, that stopped me from living. That stopped me from enjoying dinners out. That stopped me from being able to be free in my day, instead of thinking I've got to be here in order to eat lunch because it's lunchtime and I have to be back by dinner time so that I can eat my dinner. Or I can't eat bread. I cannot eat bread. Well, what Croatian doesn't eat bread? I kid you not, I was brought up on bread. And then to go through this whole you can't have gluten because that'll affect your hormones rubbish, totally screwed me up. Well, I eat bread now. I love bread. Yeah, sometimes I get a bit gassy because I eat too much, but sometimes I get gassy if I eat too much of something else, you know. The thing is, for me now, is I don't place any meaning on anything. I don't look at the chocolate that's in the fridge and go, I got to eat all of that now because it just can't be in the fridge. That doesn't happen anymore. The more rules, this is my story, the more rules I place on myself about what I can and cannot eat, the crazier I am. And I've just decided to wipe all the rules. Now remember, this has been a long process for me, okay? I started this journey 40 years ago on healing from this, so it doesn't happen overnight, and it's been progressive. It has been progressive. And it gets to a point where I go, I don't care what the scales say. I don't care what I believe bread does to me. I don't care what I believe this does to me. I personally don't have any medical condition, diagnosed medical condition that says I can't eat this, or this. So it's in my head. And that was how I was able to change my relationship with food, change my relationship with the foods that used to be forbidden once upon a time. I now know that even if sometimes I do eat a little bit too much and I'm full, I do not then have this belief that, oh well, I may as well write the rest of the day off. I do not have this belief that one piece of chocolate extra is going to mean that I have to eat the rest of it. And I'm sure that because I'm so much more relaxed around food, I don't have these effects from food. You know, once upon a time I used to think, oh, if I eat too much dairy, I'm going to be feeling this way. And then I'd start feeling this way because I was expecting myself to feel this way. You know, so I've now got to the point where I just want freedom. I want freedom. And you know how so many people, when you say to them, what do you really want in life? Everyone goes, oh, I want freedom. Well, the truth is, this is where I want freedom. And this is where most of us want freedom. This is where the freedom will start. When you start feeling freedom within yourself, then the freedom will manifest in every other area of your life. But it's got to start with you. And it's got to start with something as simple as having the freedom to choose what you eat and how much you eat. And of course, it's about being sensible, right? If you know that you're a diabetic and you cannot eat certain foods or something for your health, then you make that decision based on your health, etc. So it's about being very smart there. But if you've got no medical diagnosis, then just start a little bit each day. Just start a little bit, and you don't have to get it right straight away, but just progress a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. This was all about rules. It's about showing you what freedom looks like. It's about showing you that there is a life after the craziness and the restrictions with food. It's about showing you that you can have freedom to be your true self. You can have the freedom to be around food and not feel that you've got to eat everything on the smorgasbord table. It's to be free in your body. It's about allowing yourself to love your body. It's about living your one precious, magnificent life free of craziness. So be gentle with yourself. It's progress you want, not perfection. Take a day at a time and love the journey. Okay? Every little step counts. Bye for now. Sending you heaps of love.